Justin Bieber just clapped back at his own mother, and the internet is losing its mind over what this really means. If you love celebrity family drama that gets messy in the most unexpected ways, you need to stick around because this story has layers that will blow your mind. And hey, if you're new here and love getting the tea served hot and fresh every single day, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're just getting started. So here's what went down that has everyone talking. Justin's mom, Patty, decided to post what seemed like a heartfelt prayer for her son on social media. She wrote out this whole thing about praying for him, declaring freedom and strength over him, asking for healing over every wound in his heart, mind, and body. She talked about breaking chains of fear and confusion, asking the Holy Spirit to surround him with truth and light, and she even asked people to say amen if they agreed. It was intense. It was public. And it immediately set off alarm bells across the internet. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's sweet. A mom praying for her son. What's the big deal? But here's where it gets interesting. The moment that post went live, headlines started exploding everywhere. People immediately started speculating about what could possibly be so wrong with Justin that his mom felt the need to publicly ask for prayers like this. Was he struggling with substances? Was his marriage falling apart? Was something dark happening behind the scenes? The internet went into full investigation mode, and suddenly everyone was dissecting every single thing Justin had done in recent weeks looking for clues. Justin saw all of this happening, and he was not having it. He responded with what can only be described as the most sarcastic clapback you could imagine. He posted that the only thing he needed healing from was his rolled pinky toe from playing ping pong. Let that sink in for a second. His mom posts this dramatic prayer asking for healing of every wound seen and unseen, and he comes back with, yeah, I hurt my toe playing ping pong. That's the level of done he was with the whole situation. Now, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Remember when Hailey Bieber's dad Stephen Baldwin did basically the same thing? He posted asking people to pray for Justin and Hailey, and it caused this massive wave of speculation about their marriage and whether everything was okay. It turned into this whole thing where people were analyzing every photo, every social media post, every public appearance looking for signs of trouble. And here we are again, with Justin's mom doing essentially the same thing. The thing is, when you're a celebrity or the parent of a celebrity, you have to understand that anything you post online is going to be torn apart and analyzed like it's some kind of ancient text that needs decoding. Every word matters. Every emoji matters. Every post is going to be screenshot and shared and discussed in group chats and comment sections across the entire internet. What might seem like an innocent prayer to you becomes breaking news to everyone else. And that's exactly what happened here. Within hours of Patty's post, there were dozens of articles with headlines like Justin Bieber responds to mom's prayer for healing, and Justin Bieber shuts down mom's public prayer, and Justin Bieber takes swipe at mom after heartfelt post. The media machine went into overdrive, and suddenly this private family moment became international news. Justin became the subject of concern and speculation all over again, and you could tell from his response that he was frustrated with the whole thing. What makes this situation even more complicated is the timing. Justin has been dealing with constant scrutiny about his well-being for months now. Every time he posts anything or shows up anywhere, people are analyzing whether he looks healthy or happy or stable. There's been endless speculation about his marriage to Hailey, about whether he's dealing with trauma related to his past experiences in the industry, about whether he's struggling with his mental health. It's relentless. And then his own mother adds fuel to that fire by posting a public prayer that makes it sound like he's going through some serious crisis. From Justin's perspective, you can understand why he would be upset. He's trying to live his life, and every single move gets picked apart. He's trying to just exist, and people are constantly creating narratives about what's supposedly happening behind closed doors. And now his mom has given everyone even more reason to speculate and worry and create theories. Her intentions might have been pure. She might have genuinely just wanted to pray for her son, but the impact was that it made everything worse for him in terms of public perception. This brings up an important conversation about boundaries between parents and their celebrity children. Just because you're someone's parent doesn't mean you have the right to make public statements about their life, especially when those statements are going to cause them problems. What might feel like an act of love to you might feel like a violation of privacy to them. And in the age of social media, where everything spreads instantly and nothing ever really goes away, those violations can have real consequences. Justin has been pretty clear over the years about wanting to have some level of privacy and normalcy. He's talked about the challenges of growing up in the spotlight and how difficult it's been to figure out who he is as a person separate from his public persona. He's been open about his struggles and his journey and the work he's had to do on himself. So when his mom posts something like this that invites the entire world to speculate about his well-being, it undermines all of that work he's done to set boundaries and protect his peace. And it's not just about this one incident. It's about a pattern of family members of celebrities using social media in ways that end up causing problems for the actual celebrity. They might think they're being supportive or helpful, but they don't realize how their posts will be interpreted and weaponized. The internet is not a kind place. People will take the smallest thing and turn it into a massive conspiracy theory. They will create entire narratives out of thin air based on nothing but speculation and guesswork. What's interesting is that Justin didn't stay silent about this. He could have just ignored his mom's post and let it blow over, but instead he chose to respond in a way that made his feelings pretty clear. That pinky toe comment was his way of saying this is ridiculous. I'm fine, everyone needs to calm down. It was sarcastic, but it was also a boundary. He was essentially telling his mom and everyone else that he doesn't appreciate the drama and speculation and that he's going to define his own narrative about how he's doing. The aftermath of all this has been wild to watch. Some people think Justin was being disrespectful to his mother and that he should have handled it privately. Others think he was completely justified in calling out behavior that was causing him problems. The headlines have been all over the place trying to characterize what happened and what it means for their relationship. But at the end of the day, this is really just about a son setting a boundary with his parent in a very public way because the violation of that boundary happened publicly. It's worth noting that Justin has been living his life pretty normally despite all of this. He was recently spotted at an event getting down to mariachi music and having a great time. He's been seen out and about looking happy and healthy. He's been working on his music and spending time with Haley. By all accounts, he's doing just fine. Which makes his mom's prayer post even more confusing because it painted a picture of someone who is deeply struggling when the reality seems to be quite different. This whole situation really highlights how complicated family dynamics can be when fame is involved. These are real people with real relationships trying to navigate incredibly unusual circumstances. Most of us don't have to worry about our parents posting about us and it becoming international news. Most of us can have private family moments that stay private. But for celebrities like Justin, there's no such thing as a private moment once someone decides to make it public. The lesson here for parents of celebrities or really anyone in the public eye is that you have to be incredibly careful about what you share online. You have to think about how your posts will be received and interpreted. You have to consider whether what you're about to share is going to help or hurt the person you're trying to support. And you have to respect their boundaries even when you think you know better or you think you're doing the right thing. Because ultimately it's their life and their story to tell, not yours. Justin's response might have seemed harsh to some people, but it was necessary. He needed to shut down the narrative that his mom's post created. He needed to let everyone know that he's okay and that the concern was overblown. And he needed to send a message to his mom and anyone else who might be tempted to do something similar that this kind of public display is not okay with him. It's not welcome. It's not helpful. And it needs to stop. The reality is that Justin Bieber is a grown man who is capable of asking for help or support if he needs it. He has resources. He has people around him. He has access to therapy and help and all the things that someone might need if they were struggling. The idea that his mom needs to rally the internet to pray for him is kind of insulting when you think about it. It treats him like a child who can't take care of himself rather than an adult who has agency over his own life. Moving forward, it will be interesting to see if this incident changes how Justin's family members interact with him on social media. Will they be more cautious about what they post? Will they respect his boundaries more? Or will this pattern continue with more public posts that cause more drama and more headlines? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, Justin has made his position known, and he's not going to stay silent when people cross the line. At the end of the day, this story is about so much more than just a mom praying for her son. It's about boundaries and respect and the complicated dynamics of being a public figure with a family that doesn't fully understand the implications of their actions. It's about a young man who has been through a lot trying to protect his peace and his privacy in whatever ways he can. And it's about the internet's insatiable appetite for drama and speculation that turns even the smallest things into massive stories. If you found this breakdown helpful and you want more celebrity tea served fresh every single day, don't forget to subscribe because there's always more drama brewing and you don't want to miss it.